With the introduction of the new Tensor G4 chipset, can Google finally compete when it comes to battery performance and efficiency against the competition? Well, let's find out with this extreme battery drain test between the Pixel 9 Pro XL versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max versus the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the OnePlus 12 on mobile data only. Let's get into it. I'm giving away a Pixel 9 Pro XL. Yes, you did not hear me wrong. One lucky subscriber is going to be in with a chance to win a brand new Pixel 9 Pro XL. We're going to be running this giveaway on this video up until the 25th of September 2024. So stick around to the end of the video for all the details after we break down the parameters of this extreme battery drain test for you to be in with a chance to win a Pixel 9 Pro XL. This is a way to say thank you for the amazing performance that you've given us this year on Lover of Tech, and we want to give back. Now for the chipset and battery specs, starting with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. It is powered by the Tensor G4 and it is packing a 5060 mAh battery. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is powered by Apple's A17 Pro chipset and it is packing approximately a 4442 mAh battery. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 4 Galaxy chipset and it is packing a 5000 mAh battery. And the OnePlus 12 is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset and it is packing a 5400 mAh battery. If you're looking for a powerful yet slim power bank for your smartphone, tablet, laptop, and everything in between, then look no further than Sharge. Introducing the Sharge 140 power bank, which is packing a 20,000 mAh battery with a combined maximum output of 140 watts with a single output from a USB-C port at 100 watts and also 65 watt input for fast recharge time, the ability to charge two devices at once, and also pass-through charging, which allows you to power your devices while recharging the power bank at the same time. It has a USB-C port and a USB-A port. It's airline safe, comes with a smart LCD display for full visibility and information when charging in and out, a unique design with a transparent look, and there's also a low current mode for safe charging on devices like earbuds and smartwatches, all in a slim compact profile, which is great for travel, everyday use, and also a perfect companion for your latest flagship phone like the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Check the link in the description below for where you can get your Sharge 140, and also thank you to Sharge for sponsoring a portion of this video. Now, let's get into the main battery drain test. Let's start things off with this extreme battery drain test between the Pixel 9 Pro XL, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the OnePlus 12. And of course, with our extreme battery drain test, we are doing this on mobile data only with no Wi-Fi option. And also with how we do it, we do shoot it as one continuous video with no stops and no intervals. And we only speed it up in important places so you don't have to sit around and watching it for hours and hours like I had to. If you don't believe me, we actually for the first time did this particular extreme battery drain test as a live stream, which I will have linked in the description below, so you can see the continuous end-to-end nature of what it takes to actually shoot these extreme battery drain tests. So if you appreciate the effort that goes into how we do it, then be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future extreme battery drain tests on the Lover of Tech channel. Road to 100k subscribers to 2024 or no later than mid-2025, but let's try and do it this year. It's gonna be a lot of hard work, but with your help, it is definitely possible and worth it. Right, let's get to the first application, which is TikTok. And I always see TikTok is like the wicked Wild West when it comes to posting content and consuming content. So yeah, we are over on TikTok as well. So if you want to see more of the vertical based content that we actually produce around tech, then be sure to follow us over on TikTok at Lover of Tech BA. Now, like I said, the parameters of how I've set up these phones for this extreme battery drain test, I'm going to leave that more to the end of the video so we can get into this straight away. So if you appreciate that as well, let me know in the comment section below so there's no time wasting. Now, after 1 hour on TikTok, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is on 91%, 38.7 degrees Celsius minus 9% battery loss. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is on 90% battery, 39.1 degrees Celsius minus 10% battery loss. The S24 Ultra is on 86% battery, 38.9 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss. And the OnePlus 12 is on 98%, 37.4 degrees Celsius, minus 2% battery loss. Yo, this is something that is very consistent on the OnePlus devices from what I've tested with the Nord 4 and the 12R this year, and finally getting around to actually adding the 12 to it. It looks like it's going to be the dark horse out of all of them. Obviously, the main focus comparison is between the Pixel 9 Pro XL, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the S24 Ultra. But because I'd yet to test the OnePlus 12, I thought, let's make a special guest appearance with it and see how it goes. And so far, after 1 hour on TikTok, it's really laying it down and saying, yeah, I'm here to stay. Right, second interval is going to be Instagram Reels for the hour. And like I said, Instagram has pretty much become one of my favorite social media platforms when it comes to consuming content as well as even posting it. So yeah, if you want to see more behind the scenes of what we're getting up to on the Lover of Tech channel when it comes to product launches, press trips, and just behind the scenes of what we're actually getting up to, then follow us over there on Instagram at loveroftech_BA. So as we're pretty much rounding up of the hour with Instagram Reels, Instagram can be quite intensive as an app overall. And the Pixel 9 Pro XL is on 77% battery, 39.0 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is on 76% battery, 39.2 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss. And then the Galaxy S24 Ultra is on 72% battery, 38.2 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss. And the OnePlus 12 is on 86% battery, 38.5 degrees Celsius, minus 12% battery loss. So from the iPhone to the Pixel to the Samsung, all 14% battery loss and then 12% battery loss. So again, OnePlus has the most efficient run. Now, let's get to Instagram Live. And Instagram Live is one of the most intensive parts of this extreme battery drain test, next to actually 4K recording later on, as well as YouTube video when you're streaming in 4K. So this one is going to be pretty much intense. And it's something I do on a regular basis when I'm doing Q&A or joint Instagram Lives with my fellow content creator buddies and just engaging with our audience. So this is something that can be very taxing and intensive across the board. And a lot of phones really drain a lot of battery when it gets to this section for some reason. So yeah, it's eager to see how that's going to pan out. Now, at this interval, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is on 60% battery, 43.3 degrees Celsius, minus 17% battery loss. Yeah, increase in temperature as well. iPhone 15 Pro Max is on 57% battery, 44.1 degrees Celsius, minus 19% battery loss. And then the Galaxy S24 Ultra, not far behind, 55% battery, 41.5 degrees Celsius, minus 17% battery loss. And the OnePlus 12 is on 73% battery, 39.5 degrees Celsius, minus 13% loss. So the OnePlus 12, least amount of loss when it comes to the battery. So the best in terms of efficient run, temperatures coolest, and it's still got a stacked ton of battery compared to the next line, which is the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which is doing great after 3 hours. It's got an extra 13% battery. So yeah, the larger capacity and the optimization of how it's been set up for the OnePlus 12, yeah, it really says it. But the real surprise here is the Pixel 9 Pro after 3 hours is ahead. Yeah, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is doing very well. Looks like the optimization and potentially the new vapor chamber cooling and whatever optimization and efficiencies that potentially come with the G4, it seems to be showing strong right here. So could it be the time where it matches up to the iPhone, beats it, and definitely gets ahead of Apple and Samsung? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's pretty much go through the motion and see how that's going to look like when it comes to YouTube as the next interval. And this one, we are doing this at 2160p on mobile data, and this is very intense on a modem, as well as all the buffering that happens and also the resolution of it as well. And it uses the most amount of data when it comes to this extreme battery drain test. So in this particular situation, how is it going to pan out across the board? Are they going to hold its own, or is there going to be an upset and turnaround between the main three devices? But of course, the OnePlus 12 is really flexing itself as we're going through. So when we get to the 4 hour mark, at this point, it's 42% battery, 40.6 degrees Celsius, minus 18% battery loss. 42% battery, 39.0 degrees Celsius, minus 15% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max compared to the Pixel 9 Pro XL. 39% battery, 38.6 degrees Celsius, minus 16% battery loss on the S24 Ultra. And the OnePlus 12 still got a ton over 50% battery at 61%, 38.5 degrees Celsius, minus 12% battery loss. Oh my goodness, this OnePlus is really going to take us the distance. And Next up is YouTube Music, and of course, one of my favorite rap albums of all time, Kanye West's College Dropout. And I'm telling you, the trenches that I went through, if you go watch behind the scenes of how I got hold of this Pixel 9 Pro XL to make this happen, boy, when it gets to this part of the extreme battery drain test, hearing the tracks back to back on this timeless album really does encourage me for sure. So definitely one of the things that actually really pushed to make sure that I had the energy, as well as the people that were on the live stream really encouraging and making sure that everything was actually going well and good. So when we get to the 5-hour mark at this interval, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is at 29% battery, 36.9 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss. And then the iPhone 15 Pro Max is on 25% battery, 39.8 degrees Celsius, minus 17% battery loss. And then the S24 Ultra is on 25% battery, 38.3 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss. And then that OnePlus 12 is on 48% battery, 37.8 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss. So the OnePlus finally just dipped below 50% battery after 5 hours. And it still matched the efficiency run with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, with only 13% battery loss compared to 17 and 14 on the iPhone and the S24 Ultra. Now, let's move over to Twitter Spaces, and here is where it can be actually quite semi-intensive. And Twitter Spaces is where you go to where you can actually join chat rooms to speak to fellow content creators as well as your audience in discussions and topics that happen throughout the day, throughout the week. And it's something that I do on a regular basis. So very important test in terms of the efficiency across the board. And we can already see that the iPhone 15 Pro Max has brought up the red indicator on the battery. So things are dipping quite quickly in real time across the board. So the Pixel 9 Pro XL at this interval is on 16% battery, 37.8 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss. And then the 15 Pro Max is on 16% battery, 39.8 degrees Celsius, minus 9% battery loss. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is also on 16% battery, 35.0 degrees Celsius, minus 9% battery loss. And my goodness, the OnePlus is kind of like babysitting the other three, 40% battery, 35.8 degrees Celsius, minus 8% battery loss. So yeah, the Pixel 9 Pro XL really took a hit here with double digits battery loss at 13% compared to single digits on the others at 9% and 8%. This is really gonna claw things in when we get to the 4K video recording, and you're gonna see how things get really intricate. By history, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is very efficient when recording in 4K. Now we get to the first interval after 11 minutes, 12% battery on the Pixel 9 Pro XL, 13%, 12%, and 36% respectively from left to right. And then when we get to the 15-minute mark, what we do have is on a Pixel, it is going to be at 10% battery. iPhone is on 12%, Galaxy S24 Ultra is on 10%, and the OnePlus is at 34% battery. You can see that things get really, really intense. And here, I've noticed that you need about 25 to 27% battery to get through a whole hour of 4K recording. And this is at 60 FPS. So now, which one is actually going to give him first? Is it going to be the iPhone, Samsung, or is it going to be Apple? As we're going through the motion, which one is going to actually count in first? It is the Galaxy S24 Ultra with a finishing time of 6 hours, 27 minutes and 5 seconds, a final temperature reading of 43.9 degrees Celsius. In fourth place, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. You know what that means? Google has actually beaten Samsung. But by how much? Is it going to be in the region of error or by an outright amount? And by the looks of it, it is 5% and 7% respectively between that and the iPhone at 6 hours and 30 minutes. And the Pixel 9 Pro XL seems to be walking away with it. And at that 6 hours and 42 minutes and 56 seconds, a final temperature reading of 42.9 degrees Celsius. In third place is the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which is about a good 15 minutes ahead of the S24 Ultra. But when is the iPhone going to actually die out? It dies out at 6 hours, 51 minutes and 11 seconds, a final temperature reading of 40.0 degrees Celsius in second place. And it looks like the current software update at the time of this recording has really optimized it. This is the longest run I've had with the iPhone on mobile data on our extreme battery drain test. So this is a good look. Now at the 7-hour mark, it's 16% battery, 45.6 degrees Celsius, minus 24% battery loss. So like I said, somewhere between that ballpoint, 24 to 27% battery is what you need for a whole hour of 4K recording at 60. And the phones that get through that have exceptional battery life. And a OnePlus 12 is really that. The OnePlus 12 now is battling with its other inline siblings, the Nord 4 and the 12R. Now, the 12R actually did a time of 7 hours and 56 minutes. Is it actually going to be able to beat it? And this is going to be interesting as we're going through, because 16% battery left, sometimes that's enough for it to die within that time period. Or will it actually make it to WhatsApp video call, the last 1 hour interval test, before we actually have to loop it from the beginning again? And it does. It makes it to WhatsApp. At the 8-hour mark, 1% battery left, 40.9 degrees Celsius, minus 15% battery loss. Wow. That is to be commended. But how long is it going to stay on a video call for WhatsApp before it packs in? And it does that at 8 hours, at 0% even, 8 hours, 5 minutes and 49 seconds, a final temperature reading of 40.5 degrees Celsius. In first place is the OnePlus 12.
I see your talents have gone beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point.
So in fourth place is the Galaxy S24 Ultra with a finishing time of 6 hours, 27 minutes and 5 seconds. This is pretty much on par with what we've experienced. We've done so many extreme battery drain tests on mobile data and even on Wi-Fi with different screen resolutions and refresh rate with the Galaxy S24 Ultra to know this is the ballpoint of around 6 to 6.5 hours. So this is the results that we have. In fourth place, the Galaxy S24 Ultra with a finishing time of 6 hours, 27 minutes and 5 seconds. And in third place is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL with a finishing time of 6 hours, 42 minutes and 56 seconds. This is such a good improvement for the Google Pixel flagship devices. And even from the 8 Pro and especially from the 7 Pro and the 6 Pro, this is definitely a difference maker and in the very good battery territory. Anything past that 6.5 hour mark, yeah, it's a good one because it's an extreme test, and doing continuous 4K 60 recording for an hour is no easy task for any device at any price point. So to get to this point, this is such a good look. So in less intense situations, yeah, your Pixel 9 Pro XL is looking very promising for battery. So yeah, third place, Pixel 9 Pro XL, finishing time 6 hours, 42 minutes and 56 seconds. And in second place is the iPhone 15 Pro Max with a finishing time of 6 hours, 51 minutes and 11 seconds. This is such a huge surprise to me. The iPhone usually is on or around 6.5 hours. It was the first time it actually got close to 7 hours and probably would have made it to the gaming section. So the latest update and how they've optimized it on this run, yeah, this is a very strong outing for the iPhone, and it puts it in a strong position because if rumor says it, the new iPhone is just around the corner, so more efficient and a bigger battery, better performance. But for now, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is still going strong. And it's here, second place, with a finishing time of 6 hours, 51 minutes and 11 seconds. And in first place is the OnePlus 12 with a colossal finishing time of 8 hours, 5 minutes and 49 seconds. OnePlus have just not been playing this year when it comes to battery life across the board. After testing the Nord 4 and the 12R and finally the OnePlus 12, it does prove why these phones really power through when it comes to battery. And on top of that, the recharge time with their SuperVOOC, where you can go from 0 to 100% in about 35 to 40 minutes. It's insane. So to get this type of battery life on top of it as well, oh, honestly, it really blew it away. So yeah, in this particular situation, the dark horse, the special guest, you would say, to this extreme battery drain test is the OnePlus 12 with a finishing time of 8 hours, 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Now that we've gone through this extreme battery drain test between these devices, what were the parameters of how we set them up? Starting with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, when it came to the battery, we actually disabled any form of adaptive battery setting, and also we managed the battery saver setting. We couldn't fully disable it now, but when we get further down into the battery drain test, it did activate, so we made sure to catch it and deactivate it so that the battery drain was consistent all the way through. And when it came to the display, we kept it at the normal 1080p mode, not the high resolution one. I actually did a previous video to debunk that between 1080p and QHD there's no difference, but we left it native and also enabled 120 Hz. At the time of this recording, it did receive the latest update to the August patch for this month, so everything is pretty much set for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Things are a lot more straightforward for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We're on the latest software update with iOS 17.6.1 and also the resolution is native, you can't change it. 120 Hz is on by default. And if we look at the battery health is normal at 100%. So we should be getting optimal performance when it comes to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, as we went through it, all the power saving settings have been disabled. And also when it comes to any form of adaptive battery settings, we have disabled it to make sure that we get most consistent battery drain all the way through. For the screen resolution, again, we left it at the native 1080p. We didn't push up to 1440p. Go watch that previous video to see that there is pretty much no difference, but we kept it native. 120 Hz adaptive, it's on. Now, as we pretty much go through device care, this is where the performance profile is. We left it in standard. Again, go watch my previous video where I actually did a battery drain test on two S24 Ultras at the same time in light performance profile and standard, so you can pretty much see the difference in how they perform. But in this case, we just left it native, and it is on the latest August update for the Galaxy S24 at the time of this recording. And for the OnePlus 12, things were pretty much the same. We kept 120 Hz on, and for the display, we kept it at the native 1080p. We didn't push up to the high resolution 1440p. The most key thing here for the OnePlus 12, since at the time of this recording, it's our first battery drain test with it, we left the high performance mode toggle off so that it was default, so we could see how it would actually perform. And then checking for the software update, it is actually on the latest software at the time of this recording. And for the display brightness calibration, all display adaptive brightness and auto brightness features have been disabled, and I've tried my best to calibrate them as close to 200 nits as possible. And of course, our extreme battery drain test was done on mobile data with no Wi-Fi option. So yes, let's talk giveaway details for that one lucky subscriber that could be in for a chance to win the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As stated, we are going to be running this giveaway up until the 25th of September 2024. So there's going to be plenty of time to see value in this video and be in for a chance to win. Here are the main rules and activators for this giveaway to happen. This video has to hit 10k likes. I repeat, this video has to hit 10k likes. When we did the previous S24 Ultra giveaway on our camera comparison, that video only hit 5.1k likes, but I combined it with the battery drain test to 10k likes. I'm not making that exception. This video has to hit 10k likes by the 25th of September 2024 for the giveaway to be active. If not, the giveaway is not happening. So I leave that in your hands, make it happen. And I believe in you because I know you see value in these battery drain tests and also want the chance to win a brand new Pixel 9 Pro XL. Next most important thing is that you have to be a subscriber on my YouTube channel. Yes, there is no exceptions here. You have to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, and I will go through a verification process to make sure that one, you are a real person, and also that you are subscribed to the channel. You have to also make sure that you are following me also on Twitter, also known as X lately, and Instagram, because that's where I will be posting and announcing the winner of the giveaway. And those platforms will be the platforms that I'll be using to contact you if you get picked as the winner. After these steps, all you have to do is put a comment on this video of your favorite new feature on the Pixel 9 Pro XL and how it would actually help you in your day-to-day life. Once the winner is picked at random and contacted, you will have 48 hours to respond. If you don't respond within that time, then the new winner will be drawn. Here are a few things to be careful of and not do on this giveaway. First of all, do not leave your social media handle name in the comment section below. If you do that, there's a high chance YouTube will auto delete your comment. And also the main thing to be careful of is making sure that you are looking at my official profile for actually replies and contacting so you do not get scammed. Take care of this, for this is your responsibility, and I've warned you to make sure that you don't get scammed. Another thing that will drastically help me verify that you're a real person is taking a screenshot of your comment and actually replying underneath the Twitter post for this video, which I will have linked in the description below. As stated, this giveaway is global, subject to availability, and all the details that I've actually mentioned will be in the description below. So best of luck for that lucky subscriber to actually be in for a chance to win a brand new Pixel 9 Pro XL. And that is it for this video with this extreme battery drain test between the Pixel 9 Pro XL, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the OnePlus 12. Are you impressed with the improvements of the battery experience now on the Pixel 9 Pro XL? Let me know in the comment section below. That is it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team Tier Less Tech Level Squad so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.